This weekend everybody was getting a little excited over the issue of the orange Oompa Loompa health condition. They hadn't seen him since Wednesday, and they was concerned, and they was saying, maybe he had, taken a turn for the worse. Maybe this was gonna be our holiday to celebrate. Nah. And he showed up at the golf course. So I'm gonna break it down to y'all how this is being played out. See, they can't let the grand leader go down as a weak man dying in bed and doing all of that. They can't let that happen. Laying of a natural of causes with the effect of his health. You know what, family? I remember when they was talking about, the Republican Party was talking about how Joe Biden didn't disclose his cancer, that he knew he had it all along. But then Trump health is taking a turn for the worse, and now all of a sudden now is everybody hush. Marsha Blackburn was talking about doing an inquiry. Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, the senator who running for governor, she was saying how, we need to get to the bottom of this, that we need to do an inquiry. But where's that same inquiry about Trump? Because he didn't submit his medical records in 2016, and he didn't submit it now. So, okay. So, they pumping him with everything possible and putting all that pound of makeup. He got more makeup on him than anybody I know, any woman I know. Because you know why? He gotta look healthy. He gotta look the part. Now they got Plan B. Yes, they do. They got Plan B, and the Plan B is J.D. Vance. Now when J.D. Vance become president, he gonna have to appoint somebody to his spot. He gonna have to. Can't be just J.D. Vance. Now J.D. Vance is still gonna run Trump's agenda, but he's a safeguard now. He's a safeguard. He got to be the safeguard because J.D. Vance gonna be the partner. He's gonna be the one that pardons all these folks for all these crimes that they doing against the United States. See, that's what he doing. He got to pardon them. He gonna pre-pardon all of them. All that stuff that they doing, he gonna pre-pardon them so that, they can go on and live their little nasty little lives and all of that and pretend like this ain't never happened, that this was a bad dream. See, because everybody know that J.D. Vance is not liked. But then J.D. Vance was not put in a position as vice president to be liked by MAGA. He was put in position because they knew that he didn't like Trump, but they knew that who would better be able to cross Trump out than J.D. Vance. See, them little hillbilly black folks, he couldn't do that too. See, Tim Scott, he couldn't do that too. Brian Donalds, he couldn't do that too. Because see, he knew that they would be loyal. See, they got that stupidity law. See, J.D. Vance got that business law. He only loyal until a space and opportunity come in. And then after that, him and Peter Thiel, he loyal to Peter Thiel, not Donald Trump. See, Peter Thiel is still running this. Stephen Smith is still running this. But they know that they got that MAGA following. They know that they time ain't with them no more. So now they gotta rush and do things to try to make Trump look immortal. Because it's just like what is it? They know he's sick. They know his health condition. So they trying to make it look like he's immortal, putting statues up, putting this up, putting that up, because they got to make him seem like he's the king and he's to be followed, and everything that they do after his oomphiness is gonna be on behalf of him, his legacy. Oh, Melania got a plan too. Don't count that little hot thought out. Oh, she got a plan. She got a plan. See, everybody planning that. Everybody planning. Everybody playing. The boys are playing. Melania's playing. Why you think she got all this grift coins and all of that? Oh, she gonna get pardoned too. Oh, yes. Yes, you said, but she ain't did anything. Oh, yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. All these stock trading that they've been doing. And see, because they know that when Congress get in, when the Democratic Party gets into office, they know that they're going to change some things that's going to prevent all of this to happen. See, they ain't finna, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. See, they got to fix this now because the Supreme Court gave Trump and any future president the liability to do whatever they want to do and not be held criminal. Unlike Richard Nixon, when Richard Nixon did the Watergate, how they impeached him out of office. But now they can't do that to Trump. See, that wasn't planned enough. See, they're going to have to do something now to safeguard us with the Constitution because the Supreme Court is on the side of Trump. So Congress going to have to go in here and do some things to change the new articles of the Constitution to safeguard our rights, our democracy. Yeah. See, they ain't finna let this happen no more. Not on their watch. That's why they fighting so hard. That's why they doing it. Have you ever noticed that half of the MAGA folks, when they go to talk and they make no sense at all? They make no sense. It's like they didn't read. It's like maybe that's part of the dropout rate. I don't know. But anyway, so we got to look at things for what it is. See, people are still trying to ride on the Trump coattail, even though they know that the Trump coattail is not of being effective. So that's why he now is targeting the blacks. Yes. Because he ain't hit us yet. We finna get the after effect. See, we gonna be the one, he banking on us to keep Congress the way it is. That's why he getting these black men out here and talking about, yeah, you're seeing these old black coon riders. Yeah, they're sitting up here talking about this the best economy it ever was. You're seeing the coon riders. You see how they was at the table praising him and talking about how he made this world a better place and all of that. I mean, if you got to be, if you going to lick somebody's butt, don't even sound real. Sounds so real. How many souls been sold to get a job with Trump? Marco Rubio, he ain't even no man no more. I promise you, if I was his wife, I wouldn't even want him touching me. He ain't even no man. He can't even, I mean, they were going to get somebody. Yeah, you said, well, Samantha, they were going to get somebody to do that job. Yeah, they would have. They would have. Don't get me wrong. It's always a sellout in a race, any race that is known to man. Look at Kash Patel. Look at him. It's a sellout in every race. It's a sellout in every party. Don't think that. But see, like I said now, see, America is like this. We all did this. We told you so. We beyond that now. Because you got to realize something. Yeah, you got to realize something. See, the folks that they was hoping that they'll mess with, they messing with them now. They messing with them now. All the Puerto Ricans are so hurt. But you know what? They can't even vote because he got rid of them. He sent them Puerto Rico, and he sent the Cubans back to the Cubans and they residents. Some of them was residents, and then he sending back some Mexicans, some American Mexicans with papers. He's sending them back. He's sending back every country that has a brown tint on it. He's sending that back because if he knocked down the brown majority vote, then he hoping the whites, that the MAGA whites will have an even playing field. See, that's how you know when things are bad, when they got restructure stuff, when they got to redistrict things. They trying to make it where, in Texas, where for every black man is 5 white folks, for one white man is 5 black votes and stuff. And you know what? But I got a feeling on this one that Texas blacks gonna show up and show out. Don't underestimate. See, now y'all get it. Y'all get it now. For those of you who still lost, you ain't gonna never be found. But America gets it now. They get it. You got a few white folks, they still clinging to that great white hope that Trump is gonna make things America good again, even though they see the writing on the wall. John Deere, Claire's. I noticed that Claire's Boutique is going out of business, 70% off. They filed bankruptcy. Lord have mercy. I remember Claire's when I was in school. Companies that been here so long, so much. Oh my goodness, are leaving. FedEx is cutting jobs. Amazon is cutting jobs. These are for now. I don't feel sorry for them because many of them voted for him and they knew that their business depended upon trade. They knew that their business depended upon commerce. Ford and them, the automotive people, knew that they steal from somewhere else. And then you still hear stupid people that says, oh, well, we can make that. Well, we can make that. You don't get it. But see, you can't tell some people in this world, you can talk to you blue in the face and they'll never believe it. You can't tell the world that we have been doing so much great trade with other countries and stuff like that. America don't make not too much of nothing no more. You know how hard that would be? There would be more money to bring these companies back, pay wages, face unions, all that other mess. Stuff would be astronomical high. Then to get it from Mexico. They found it cheaper. That's how you was able to get my starter. My starter wasn't but $40-some. Now it's $90-some. My rotors wasn't number $23. I got an older car. My rotors wasn't but $23. Now they $64 because of the simple reason they paid less. They could have upgraded charges to you, but you still wouldn't have been paying the price that you're paying now. You know they called Joe Biden Sleepy Joe, and I'm so glad that he was so sleep. If that's what he was, because you know what? Food may not been, it wasn't this high. Food wasn't, look at it, look at all this stuff. Folks losing jobs now. Housing market is going down. People are downsizing. You're finna see more folks living in cars now. Not because they want to, because they have to. You finna see, then they can't feed the shelter people in the shelter. Because what? Most of that food was donated from restaurants and all of that and grocery stores, but majority of it came from state and federal funding. Like I said, you know how you gonna have education in a state? See, this what gets me. People are finna still pay income tax. You're still paying federal income tax. No, now he didn't cut that out. He didn't tell you now you can't pay. I'm finna stop federal income tax. So only thing you pay is state tax. No, that's too much like right. See, that's giving him, the federal income tax is giving him the money to do whatever he wants. But then he's sitting here saying, well, you know, if you want your house fixed through FEMA, we closing down FEMA. We not finna give none of that money back. No, we not finna feed everybody. We not finna feed everybody. We not giving all that money back. No, now you got folks that are 70, 80, and 90, 80, and 70 and 80 years old that's looking for a job. Who wants to hire a 80? Ain't nobody gonna hire no 80-year-old person. They barely do want to hire somebody in their 50s. They don't want to hire nobody in their 50s. Folks in their 50s and 60s, they still want to work, are having a hard time finding a job. But see, you people didn't get it. You so worried about folks living off of your fucking tax dollars. Your tax dollars. Now you ain't got no job. How you gonna make it? Especially if you're a federal employee. You can only go after your 401k if you still got it. See, you know, you're so busy trying to hurt somebody else. So busy trying to I hate that slogan, make America great. No. It should be America be humble. America learn the lesson. Found out first. You so worried about Lakeisha and them immigrants living off, they ain't trying to work and living off of my playing PlayStations and all of that. Well, now, you finna lose your job. All them housing programs that were designed for folks to save their house, it's not there no more. Well, it's uncertain. But now, all these programs that he cutting, you need it now. See, be careful what you pray for, what you ask for, because you gonna get it. You gonna get it. You gonna get it. See, everybody was talking about, some of these black folks talking about, oh, you know what? Ever since Joe Biden was in office, I can't afford food. How's that working for you now? Groceries, it went up. You got a choice. You can either fill your tank up with gas or eat, but you can't do both. Yeah. Think it ain't gonna affect you? Think all this stuff is not gonna affect you? Well, it has. It has. See, all these folks that voted for him to cut folks off of health care, finding out that they autism son gotta go and get health care. His stuff is cut out. And now they run into these same politicians that cut the shit, that knew that they was cutting, knew that how it was gonna affect, and said, well, we'll cross that bridge when you get there. How's that working out for you? I guess this part right now is for the white folks. How's that working out for you? You know that people, them family in Mexico, they ain't got nothing to worry about, but you still here. You still here. How's that? I see more white folks now trying to pay with credit cards, putting stuff back now. Can't afford little bitty stuff. They just sitting up there deciding what they're going to eat. How's that working out for you now? How's it working out for you now? You know what? Most of the contractors who was Hispanic, good ones, working. And see, white folks thought that when they got rid of all the Hispanic workers, that they could come in and do the same thing that they was doing. See, they overcharge you, and then they sit here and they do shitty shat work, and some of them do, and then they sit here. You got to sue some of them. I have yet to see an Hispanic man be sued for jobs that he had done on folks' house that wasn't even up to code. But see, they thought it was going to work out. But see, people can't afford them now. People can't afford it. And some of these white folks are going actually looking for Hispanics now. Yeah. How's that working out for you? How's that work? How that SNAP thing working out? Now you was so worried about the brown folks living off of the government. You was sitting up here worried about the brown folks living off of Section 8. Okay, you farmers, y'all was worried about that you know he gonna get rid of the criminals and stuff. Well, now you go farm your land. Go farm your own land. See, cause like I said, he get ready to meet the maker. He knows it. He knows it. See, we don't know, cause see they ain't telling us everything, and they gonna try to make him out as a moderate, he's a God and stuff. But see, you know what, God, I'm gonna say this now. This one thing I'm gonna say. God ain't finished with that yet. Cause see, America don't get it. America don't get it. They gonna cry like Trump had saved they word. You got so many folks that's on here. Trump, President Trump, please save us. We hungry. Oh, man, that man don't care. He don't care about don't nobody in Washington care about you. And I'm going to tell you something. If you think it's all federal, you finna be sadly mistaken, because I'm going to tell you something. MAGA is in the state and in your local government. Yeah. Oh, they really running amok now. They really running amok. They trying to get in to get control of the states. It just they trying to get in. They know they have that they're playing that Project 2025 ain't working. It is working as far as changing things, but people now, you know what, like I keep telling you, I tell everybody, I told my daughter when it was first started happening and everything, I said, you know what, it ain't gonna be a problem until it hit a white household. When it start hitting a white household, then that's when everything gonna go amok. And they thought that they had enough MAGA bragging that they can fulfill this out, and nobody would never notice it. That white folks was looking at the Mexicans instead of looking at their husband jobs and their houses and their children colleges and all of that. That's what they were thinking. That's why you know, I'm bringing it back up now. That's why what's his face said, what Elon Musk said, it's gonna hurt, but you gonna love it. He wasn't talking about black folks. He wasn't talking about brown folks. He was talking about the white folks, because they finna make America all white. See, when they and see, you black folks don't get it. When they get through with them other brown folks that they can easily pick off, they gonna come after us, the American brown folks. But see, I'm gonna tell you something about black folks and Mexicans. We can hide when we want to. We can survive in bad situations than normal folks. I guarantee you, they ain't gonna be able to round up every black, every brown and immigrant person here. Keep believing that lie. And if you keep believing that he's bringing companies back here to work, man, you just as gullible as anything else. You just as stupid as it gets. Because even my grandbabies know how important trade is in America with other countries. It's a shame that grown folks still don't figure it out.